Okay, hello and welcome to today's video. So about 6 months ago now, I put a video up which was me sorting out my 2022 reading journal. It was very basic, very simple, and it was mainly just the yearly spreads I was setting up. And then I believe I also tried to explain how I was going to do the monthly ones. But yeah, it's now been 6 months, we were halfway through the year, and I thought I'd do a bit of a flip through as to how I've been using the journal. So yeah, this is a 6-month flip through of my 2022 reading journal, and this is from the yearly spreads that I set up in the first video showing what they look like now, all the way up to the end of June, and then there's also a few mid-year spreads right at the very end as well. So yeah, let's get looking. So at the front I've just used this as I would. I've put some sticky notes here for now just because this is like return information if it's lost. And then flipping right through, we've got the contents page, and yeah, I'm halfway through the year and I've used half of the contents page up, so that's pretty good going, I think. And yeah, this isn't pretty or anything like that, but this just is exactly what I need it to be. So flipping to the first page, this is my 2022 goals page where I literally just wrote out all of my reading goals for the year. I've done absolutely nothing to this since I set it up. And to be honest, I haven't even been keeping a track of if I've complete or hit any of these. So yeah, this will be one that at the end of the year I look through and see what I've managed to do. And then this one is one that looks so different. So I will overlay an image from when I first set this up. And this was just blank bookshelves. But yeah, so between January and June, which you'll see here, there's a little key. I've read 94 books, so the bookshelf has been filled in, coloured in, and I think it's looking pretty good. It's definitely got the effect I wanted, and it definitely kind of shows how much I've read and how much progress I've made throughout the entire year. So yeah, this is the first kind of filled in-ish spread, and yeah, I'm happy with how it looks. I do think next year I might do a different sort of key and maybe track how I read the book, so whether it's like physically, audio, both, ebook, and I might do so it looks a bit more put together, because obviously you wouldn't naturally have all of these books here or whatever. But yeah, next year I might change it up a little bit, but overall the overall setup of this, really enjoying, and it's working really well. And then moving on to these next two pages, this was my anticipated releases. Are they anymore? I don't really know, but these are definitely books that I'm keeping my eye on. And then I'd also got these books will self-destruct page, and these were just 12 books that I've picked out that if I don't read in the next year, I have to get rid of them. And as you can see by the little key here, 3 of them I have no on hold, and 2 of them I've read. So we've still got more to do. We've still got 7 more to kind of try and get to before the end of the year. But yeah, that's the whole point. If I don't prioritise them this year, I'm never going to prioritise them. So that's that page. And then we've got books purchased, and it turns out I really underestimated how many books I'd buy this year. I thought I was going to be much more restrained than I have been. So this one is already full, and you'll see when we get to the mid-year extra setup pages that I have duplicated this, so I've got more room. But yeah, this has worked really well. I've got the books, the price, the shop, the date ordered, ticket if it's arrived. Obviously if I buy it in person, this doesn't, it's just an automatic tick, and then ticket once I've read it, which I actually haven't gone through in a while. I probably can tick more off that I've read now, but at some point I will go back through and get that up to date. And then we've got the Goodreads goal. So my Goodreads goal for this year is 110 books, because last year I read 109, so it's 2021 plus 1, which is 110. And as you can see, I'm really getting there. We're on 94 now, and there isn't a key for this page, but I'm using the exact same key as is set out on this page. So it's the exact same, so like January is still purple, so like you can see January here. And yeah, and obviously this page, once I get to that 110, it's all good. It's all like set up, I've completed my goal. So yeah, really looking forward to making that happen, hopefully over the next couple of months. And then this is my little check it out page. This is just books that I've heard a lot of and I think I'll enjoy, that I don't own and I want to check out. So there's only 3 written down here so far, as you can see, but there's definitely room for more, and I definitely probably should be using this a bit more, but I definitely haven't been writing down all the books that I have been hearing a lot of hype around. But yeah, and this page we've got video ideas. So there's only 2 video ideas that I've really like decided I want to do, so they're wrote down here, but these won't be done until October. But yeah, I've wrote them down. I've started thinking of some books that might work for them, and that's basically the plan. This is a page that I won't be continuing on next year. As you can see, I haven't used it past February. This was a growth tracker for YouTube and Instagram, but I just don't use it, honestly. I've got a little spreadsheet for everything I do on YouTube, so I can see it there if I really want to. But yeah, I just haven't used this page, so this is kind of the first page that I've realised I actually didn't need to do this one. Then moving on to the alphabet challenge. So this was literally just a blank page with the alphabet on the last time you saw this, when it was set up. And there's now, I have put some tabs in because there's now only 5 letters that I need to do. So J, O, V, X and Z, and then I will have completed it. And this does make me hopeful that I might be able to complete it this year. Although this does seem to be that the most difficult letters are left. I have J and Z picked out. They can very easily be done with my currently owned TBR. The other 3, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I think this has turned out pretty good. I think I'll probably do something similar to this next year, and I'll definitely make it prettier because, yeah, like I haven't really added any images or anything as I've been going through. So yeah, like how it's turning out, and it's really nice to keep track of. And then I also had my page for readathons happening. Yeah, just what the readathon is, the dates of it, did I take part and did I complete it, and that's all I'm really doing. Obviously I'm not writing down every single readathon there is, these are just the ones that I am aware of and I'm thinking about doing. Basically I'll write them down here. Did I decide to take part in it, did I complete it? And yeah, it's nice, I enjoy it. And then this side of the page I will now flip this round. So we've got the buzzwordathon, whether I've completed that. I have only done 2 months so far. And then this was a thing that was going around Instagram in January. So I printed it out and it was just 12 people recommend you like a book each and you try and get to them before the end of the year. Have I done any of these? No, but maybe I will before the end of the year. So yeah, that is that one. Then flipping it over, this is my series tracker, and yeah, so if I haven't read it, it's left blank. If I read it in 2020, it's purple. Read it in 2022, it's orange. I haven't yet got a code for DNF because I haven't yet DNF'd a series, so if I do, then I will come up with some sort of thing for that. And if I own the book, I'll put a little dot in the centre of it. So as you can see, I haven't really completed many series this year, but I'm definitely starting to add on to the ones that I started in 2021, and I've also started quite a few more. So yeah, this is really useful and I really like being able to keep a track of my series in this way. And then this is my 2022 overview in terms of the books that I'm reading. So how many books I read in total, how many pages I read in total, how many books I read physically, audibly and ebook. And yeah, this is just a very basic setup, but we've got like J for January, F for February, M for March, A for April. You get the idea. And yeah, it's nice. I enjoy looking at it. It's nice that it keeps increasing, and yeah, it works. And then this is the first monthly page, and you'll see that they all look very similar after this. So this is basically what I set up at the start of the month. So it's January, I write books read and pages read here, which I fill it at the end of the month. How did I pick my TBR? So Snakes and Ladders TBR game. And then I write down the TBR, and underneath each one I write down what prompt they're fulfilling from the TBR game. Here I've set up like a little mini calendar, and I've got a key for how I read, and I'll fill it in. But it's as simple as that. And then I also have tried to put like a filming schedule in, so I can kind of have an idea of what sort of videos I would like to put out, if I film them, if I've edited them, if I've uploaded them. That is all I see for January, and every day I just put a little mark in there. And then at the end of the month I've been printing out all of the books I've read and sticking them down, so I've just got like a visual representation of them, and I really like this. I think it looks really cool. It's nothing special, but I've been having a lot of fun doing it, and it's a nice way to have an overview of like visually how many books I've been reading. And then also the last page for every month is monthly stats, and yeah, this is just basically using Corpile but just only having 1 month in there at a time. And I've just put it in here, just the ones that I'm really interested in looking at and like being able to compare to other months. So how I read it, star rating, LGBTQIA representation, age category, genres, POC author, written by, and then the total books and the total pages. And yeah, I think it looks quite nice, it works quite well, and it's nice to be able to see, especially when I like can look at that and also like quickly flip to February and have a look like how it's changed, what I've been doing differently. So yeah, then we have February, same exact idea, set up, and yeah, it works the exact same way. I've been picking a few different colours. You will see I get a bit more inventive as the months go on. I haven't been keeping it quite as simple and bland, but this just works really well. And then in February we also had Polathon, so I printed out all of the information needed, and these are the books I read, these are the ratings I gave those books. And yeah, this was just a simple page just so I could visually see how I was getting on. Again, monthly wrap up, printed them all out, stuck them all in, and just in order of how I've read them. And yeah, it works really well. And then monthly statistics. Yeah, same exact statistics. This month I actually printed out the pie charts at the wrong size for each one, so they didn't fit in exactly how I wanted them to and how I'd set up January's. January is pretty much how all the rest of the months look. February I printed them out in the wrong size, but didn't want to go to waste. But yeah, then we're on to March. As you can see, I did start getting a bit more scrapbook style with this one, adding in a little bit more, trying to make the page look a little bit nicer. But again, this is the exact same idea and just picking a different colour scheme. However, in March we had the Iridium Gear Up, so because I hadn't used a proper reading journal last year, I did do a little previously bit as well. So basically these are a lot of pages all about the readathon that's happening, and it's a massive readathon, so it's going to keep going on year after year. So I've just got different bits of information here, there and everywhere. So we've got now Gear Up, so I've got my Conduit and my Legacy. I picked them out, I read the books, and these are the books that I ended up reading to fulfill the prompts that week. And then once again we've got all the books printed out, nice and simple, looks nice, and is just a visual representation of what I've read over the month. And then the statistics, just as simple as you can see, it's set out the exact same way as January, and it's nice to see. I especially like looking at the genre because it doesn't always look how you expect it to look, and I've found it quite surprising how much I favour particular genres depending on the month. So yeah. Moving on to April, as you can see, this is even more scrapbook style again. I kind of like compressed things that weren't working, tried to figure out if I wanted to use the filming schedule thing and use this instead, but then did end up using this month. But overall, looks the exact same. We've got our key, got the books, and yeah, it just looks pretty, it looks nice. And this month there was another readathon, so I did a little readathon spread here with the books that I was reading for it. These should actually both be highlighted to say that I've completed them now. But yeah, that's that. And then all the books that I read that month. This one's a lot more simple. I think I was running out of time and just wanted to get on with setting up the next month. And then statistics, and I really like the colour of these statistics. I think they look very nice together. This was the first month that I really looked into like how the colours of the different pie charts all look together and everything, and yeah, it works, it's simple. On to May, exact same sort of setup as you can see as the other months, but I went back to just having a filming schedule this month but didn't use it, so I'm not really sure what is going to happen from now on. And then this month we had Becca's Bookoplathon, so as the prompts were coming out I was just getting them, screenshotting them, and yeah, whether I complete the prompt, didn't complete the prompt, and yeah, I got 6 out of 8 prompts complete in the 48 hours, and I was quite happy with that. And then onto the May books, we've just got all of them printed out, there to see. I am considering whether I should add the star ratings underneath them, but I do use half stars and I just don't think it'd look as nice, so I'm not sure. And then the statistics, which once again, very similar setup. I did have to flip genre on its side this month because I read 11 fantasy books, which was going to be too tall to fit here, so had to go the other way. But yeah, it just is simple. And then last but not least, for now, June. And this is once again a very similar setup. again, I didn't use this filming schedule, which I haven't put into July's. I have set up my first July page and I haven't included this because I'm not sure if I'm going to now. But yeah, this is the basic overview of how June went. We also had another readathon this month, which was whatever-a-thon. So I had my books wrote down and had my little bingo board here and just used this page to do it. Books read in June, page 1, and I did actually read too many books this month to fit onto one page. So I do also have part 2, which I only needed a little bit of space extra. So I've just wrote 19 books in June, massive here, but hey, it works. So those are both pages of books. And then we have the June statistics. Again, just same as always, but making it look nice. Yeah, I think it works. It looks pretty cool and I can see my percentages and numbers very easily and kind of figure out how I want to change things up for the following month. So then, last thing I'm going to show for now is this mid-year update section, and this is just a little section of things that I wanted to change and wanted to add in. So I did an anticipated releases part 2 video and I thought I want to add these in as well because there are some new ones here and there's also dates that have changed and stuff from the page that I did right at the start. So these are my anticipated releases for the second half of the year, so I've just stuck them in and wrote the date underneath them. And then, as I said, I did set up some more books purchase pages. So this is the exact same setup as what I'd done beforehand on the page at the front of the book. And yeah, I just writing out, and I did do 2 of these pages because I was trying to be realistic in the fact that I'm probably going to buy quite a few still. Then the other one I wanted to add in was my unhauled books. So basically I've been trying to unhaul books. If I don't really enjoy it, then get rid of it. There's only a couple like that have gone. But also being realistic with my TBR shelf, and there's some books on there that I bought 5 years ago and haven't read, and it's like, am I actually still interested in this? I'm trying to just be more realistic, so I've given myself a couple of pages of those. The ones with the date and the how are ones that are actually out of the house, and how is just like, how did I get rid of them? And then I've also wrote some more out that I am unhauling, but I just haven't got rid of yet. We have a lot of book exchanges by us, so the reason I just haven't like gotten rid of them is because the next time we go to some book exchanges, I will take them with to put in there because I really enjoyed doing that with the first lot. So yeah, we've just got 2 pages of that, and that is it. I have, as I said, set up July, but for now, that is my reading journal for the first half of 2022. I do hope you've enjoyed it. I hope this has helped, and I hope that you've enjoyed seeing exactly how I've ended up using the pages that I set up at the start of the year. So yeah, do give the video a like if you liked it, subscribe down below if you'd like to see more content like this, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!